What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another one. We got SpongeBob Conspiracy number 8. Now, it's crazy because I only watched the first 2, but I figure I might as well watch this. It just came out. I'm going to recommend it. If you wonder why my jacket open like this, it's hot as a brick. Usually, I got my bonnet on chilling. But the Flying Dutchman, bro. The Flying Dutchman theory. I've always wondered what was up with this dude. So, let's go ahead and get straight into it, man. I don't want to waste no time.
Alright, so this time, instead of ending with the big twist, I'm just going to open with it. The Flying Dutchman is the ghost of Patchy the Pirate.
That's not that crazy.
This is a claim that makes absolutely no sense.
It's not that crazy.
They look different, they act different, and most importantly, Patchy the Pirate is alive at the same time we see the Flying Dutchman. It would be impossible to prove that they're the same person, right? Well, you know, I like a challenge. This is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory.
He's a time travel. Okay, that's kind of goofy. All right, let's see what this is.
You mean the big tentacle monster in my basement?
Yeah,
How do you know about that?
I have one too.
What?
What are y'all talking about? What type of freak? It's a tentacle monster. Nah, y'all kind of
So-
freaky.
When you say you have a muse, you mean you also have a creepy monster thing in your basement giving you
Bro, he
SpongeBob theories?
turned these theories into a whole movie on Netflix. Okay.
Well, no, it didn't give me SpongeBob.
Who is
theories.
this?
It got me my commercial jobs.
I didn't even know there was more than one. I have like 1,000 questions right now. Like, what exactly are they? Where do they come from? What do they
He
want?
look like he belonged on a team
I
that
probably
makes
don't know that
SpongeBob.
much more than you. Mine just showed up in my house one day and eventually it left.
Wait, yours left? As in you don't have a muse?
No, I just kept giving mine meat, it got me a permanent job, and then it left. Listen, I know they seem really weird and creepy at first, but honestly, they're just here to help.
But didn't you have to feed yours like more than just meat?
No.
I'm so
What
confused.
have
What's
you
going
been
on?
feeding yours?
Is there like lore from like Conspiracy 7, 6? That's why I get for skipping. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Mine ate a cat.
Hang on, you gave your muse a cat?
I didn't feed it the cat, okay? It was in my home and then it took it, okay? It wasn't my fault.
Okay, well, obviously you don't have a cat in your home when you have a muse.
I
Listen,
feel like I'm watching Netflix.
just keep giving it meat, and eventually it'll leave you with enough SpongeBob
I guess we
theories to
Netflix
last
and
you for
chilling.
years.
Hey, you see, I got the shirt open. Yeah. Bro, he look like a nigga that do SpongeBob conspiracy theories. The goat.
Hey, so I've been thinking about things and I'm willing to continue our relationship, but things have to be very different this time.
Okay.
No more eating living animals. Let's just stick to the
I thought you were
store-bought
gonna say
meat,
no more eating.
Okay?
Whoa. Whoa. I thought he was a freak like that. That a letter in a bottle?
Okay. Great. Glad we're on the same page. You know, I'm sorry about all the shouting and the craziness. You know, I don't have anything against you personally.
Look behind
I
him.
think if we just communicated better, we could have, you know, avoided a lot of the issues that we were having. But I'm glad we finally
You
have
trying
an
to show?
understanding.
You seen it? There's no way you didn't. Oh, it pricked him. GG. You one of us now.
All right, the time-traveling ghost pirate theory. That's the real title we're going with? Sure, fine, whatever. Now, before we begin, I just want to say how thankful I am for all the support on these SpongeBob theories. These videos have, definitely changed my life. So, to give a little bit back to the community, today I'd like to support a small independent company out there that you've probably never even heard of. That's why today's video is sponsored by a tiny little indie game called Raid Shadow Legends! Raid Shadow Legends is the most intense, epic game. Okay, I'm trusting you. I guess we can start the video now. Before I get into how these characters connect, I have to explain the tragic backstory of Patchy the Pirate.
I'm Patchy the Pirate, president of the SpongeBob
You got a
SquarePants
fake beard,
Fan
bro.
Club.
Patchy the Pirate is the president of the SpongeBob fan club, and they often cut to him during special episodes to host the show and talk to the audience. He fits in perfectly with my television theory, and clearly works for the in-universe SpongeBob SquarePants showrunners as some kind of mascot for the show.
Boring! Well, if it isn't my less than amusing sidekick, Patty the parrot.
Patchy is this weird, lonely guy whose only friend is a talking parrot who's constantly harassing him, and I'm also pretty sure Patchy wants to eat him.
Shiver me timbers, it's Potty. I wonder what parrot tastes like.
But that's not what this
That was
theory's
that
about.
was when he was
If you
thirsty,
rewatch all the
dehydrated.
episodes with Patchy, you start to notice a bit of a disturbing development with his character. Patchy has devoted his entire life to SpongeBob, but that devotion is very one-sided. And the more time that goes on, the more resentful Patchy becomes of SpongeBob. In the season 3 episode Party Pooper Pants, Patchy throws a house party and tries to invite SpongeBob, but he doesn't show up.
Say, you didn't bring SpongeBob with you, did you? Gee, I sure hope he got his invitation.
I'd sure like to go to this party, but I can't read the invitation.
But Patchy doesn't really seem to be that upset about it.
Ah, well.
But then things start to take a turn in the episode The Sponge Who Could Fly. Patchy follows a map and goes on a crazy adventure to find the legendary Lost SpongeBob episode, and after finally getting it, this is what plays.
Oh my god, is this when he like dancing while he walked? Yeah, he did a little, yeah.
That's the lost episode? That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles! What a rip!
So, Patchy got let down by SpongeBob again, but I'm sure he'll get over it just like last time.
SpongeBob betrayed us! I'm sorry I ever started this stupid fan club in the first place!
Patchy has a full-on mental breakdown. Now, eventually he does find the real Lost episode and goes back to normal, but this is just the start of Patchy's transformation into a much darker character. In the season 6 episode Truth or Square, Patchy throws a massive television extravaganza to celebrate 10 years of SpongeBob. There is a ton of production value and celebrities that Patchy managed to get. There is no way SpongeBob
LeBron?
would show up for it.
SpongeBob SquarePants! What do you mean he's not coming? 10 years I've been president in his fan club!
Patchy has dedicated 10 years of his life to SpongeBob, and he can't even be bothered to show up once. And this never even gets resolved in the episode
Sponge.
either. Patchy tries to find SpongeBob, thinks he's about to meet him, but then it turns out it was all just a dream.
Mister, are you okay?
SpongeBob?
No, it's just me, the guy on the penny.
Patchy's one-sided
The guy
obsession
on the
with
penny?
SpongeBob
Okay,
is making
Abraham.
him delusional, and this is by no means
Bro, why
the
he
last
looking at me
time
like that?
Patchy will hallucinate meeting SpongeBob.
Bro, he gets
In
horny over
Atlantis
SpongeBob.
SquarePantis, Patchy gets lost in the desert and once again hallucinates
I don't even want SpongeBob to meet him. I'm afraid of what he gonna do to him.
Here come the hallucinations.
SpongeBob got plenty of hoes. Whoa.
It's me, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Look at him.
But then, in SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, it seems like he finally really does meet SpongeBob.
From your biggest fan. Huh? I have a fan?
Ah, surprise! It's Patchy the Pirate! Happy birthday, SpongeBob!
Thank you, Patchy.
But even if they don't explicitly say it, this is definitely another hallucination. It's right after he crashed into an island, and he's just a severed head for some reason, and he can breathe underwater. Yeah, I'm gonna say that this is a hallucination. They have another alleged meeting in SpongeBob's Road to Christmas special, but this time Patchy's fully animated for some reason, so I'm pretty skeptical about this one too. In fact, I'm gonna come back to this one. Keep it in mind because it's gonna be very important later on. So, as much as Patchy worships SpongeBob and wants to meet him, he never will. And you don't have to take my word for it either. In a 2009 WonderCon panel with some of the actors and creators of SpongeBob, they talk about the rules they have for writing the show, including the fact that Patchy can never meet SpongeBob.
His
Wow.
character has evolved into this pirate that's obsessed with SpongeBob. Well, they can never meet, right?
Well, yeah, they can never meet. There's a lot of rules in SpongeBob which are there for a reason. I think it's part of the success in a way.
From the very start of his creation, they doomed Patchy to be an obsessed fan who would never meet his idol. He will spend the rest of his life devoted to SpongeBob, but no matter how hard he tries, he will never reach Bikini Bottom.
That's kinda
and He
deep.
will never meet SpongeBob.
That's sad as hell.
And unfortunately, that is the tragic story of Patchy the Pirate.
Wow.
But if all of that's true, then I just have one.
I forgot all
question.
about the theory that
How
he's the
come
flying
the
Dutchman.
dumpster behind the Krusty Krab has a message that reads, Patchy was here. Don't go anywhere, because the time-traveling ghost pirate theory is about to get crazy.
Another little cinematic short. Wow. Impressive. SpongeBob might as well hire this guy for something. Like, do a little collab episode, that'd be fine. Apple, what was that? I seen an apple mayonnaise. Fuck going on? Oh, that boy going crazy. He going crazy. He eating like me for real. After a long day of gaming. I don't know about the chugging the milk though. Chugging the milk is crazy. The milkman himself. The milk mower. The malicious milkman. The malicious meat milk drinking man. How much protein and calcium you need? Clearly a lot. Raw meat is crazy. The raw Ravager. The raw Ravager. Sound like Lord of the Rings. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, I just rewatched Hobbit.
I'll come back to this message later, but first, we have to talk about the mysterious origins of the Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman is the legendary ghost pirate that haunts Bikini Bottom.
In a pirate ship, the Flying Dutchman descends on Bikini Bottom.
The first time we hear about the Flying Dutchman is in the episode Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost, when SpongeBob finds a comic book about his origins.
It's the origin of the Flying Dutchman. It says when he died, they used his body as a window display. Now he haunts the 7 seas because he was never put to rest.
Now, I've always been a little skeptical about this origin, not just because it's claiming they put an actual human corpse up as display in a kid's store, but because the Flying Dutchman himself contradicts it.
It's a little torn. Of course, it was the shirt I was buried in.
He was never put to rest.
If he was buried, then this origin can't be true. So, who is the Flying Dutchman actually? Well, when I rewatched all the episodes with the Flying Dutchman, I kept noticing that he seems to have some kind of fixation with SpongeBob in particular. In the episode Shanghai, he dropped his anchor on SpongeBob's home, which leads to him having to briefly join the Dutchman's crew. Then, in Born Again Krabs, he's about to take Mr. Krabs' soul, but then immediately changes his mind when SpongeBob offers his soul instead. And even in the Camp Coral prequel show, he haunts SpongeBob as a kid. But strangest of all, in Ghost Host, the Dutchman's ship gets destroyed, and out of all the places in Bikini Bottom he could stay, he decides to stay with SpongeBob.
Well, that's because he already knows SpongeBob.
Where I'll be staying? Business or residence? Residence.
And look at the way he mischievously smiles when he sees SpongeBob. It feels like this is personal for him, but why? The episode Ghost Host is actually the first time we get a bit more depth of the Flying Dutchman's character. At first, he spends all of his time torturing SpongeBob, but eventually, he just wants to stay and hang out with him.
Maybe stay with a friend for a while. Just for a little while longer.
Even though his ship's already been repaired for 3 months.
Actually, I have a confession, SpongeBob. My ship's been done for 3 months now.
That boy,
feels
he's
like
a
the
fan.
Dutchman has some kind of vendetta against SpongeBob specifically, but also, deep down, he's just lonely and wants to be SpongeBob's friend. And does that remind you of anyone? Someone who's desperate to be SpongeBob's friend, but also has a deep resentment towards him.
It's true.
Okay, but there's like a bunch of reasons why the Flying Dutchman couldn't be the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. I mean, for starters, they look totally different, right? Different
Not really.
shirt, different hat, and most importantly, the Dutchman doesn't have the iconic hook and eye patch that Patchy does. This is the point where I was about to give up and scrap this theory, but then I decided to rewatch the Season 1 episode, Arg, where SpongeBob plays a board game called The Flying Dutchman's Treasure that's actually based on the Flying Dutchman's real map.
The Flying Dutchman's Treasure Hunt.
Based on a real treasure map.
And then, I noticed something. One of the game cards actually shows a picture of the Flying Dutchman. I mean, look, he clearly has the same nose and face as him, but this looks like a picture of when he was still alive and had a darker black beard. But the hat he's wearing is not the usual Flying Dutchman hat. It is the exact same hat Patchy the Pirate wears.
Okay.
But he still doesn't have the eye patch and the hook hand, right? Well, yeah, but here's the thing. neither does Patchy. Patchy's hook is always switching hands, and he constantly takes off his eye patch, because Patchy isn't a real pirate.
True.
He's just pretending to be one.
The great thing about Patchy is that he lives in Encino, California. But he's a pirate. But the only thing that makes him a pirate is that he says he's one and dresses like one.
Okay, fine, but the shirt is still very different. You know, the Dutchman's is all open and it's got those stripy things. Patchy's is more fancy with the big white puffy collar and cuffs. Well, in the Curse of Bikini Bottom, we see the Flying Dutchman's closet and he pulls out the exact same shirt that Patchy wears. Same fancy puffy collar, same cuffs.
Okay, now we get into something.
Maybe Patchy the pirate and the Dutchman look the same, but that doesn't mean they're the same person. It's time we address the elephant in the room. The Flying Dutchman can't be Patchy's ghost because Patchy is alive at the same time we see the Flying Dutchman. Like, in order for this theory to be true, Patchy would have to die and then the Dutchman's ghost would show up, but they're simultaneously existing at the same time. Patchy even shows up during an episode all about the Flying Dutchman, and he even calls it his favorite episode.
We're gonna see me favorite show, Shanghai. Ta-da!
It is physically impossible for Patchy and the Dutchman to be the same person. Or is it? Things are about to get stranger.
Okay. What is chapter 3?
Thank you once again for supporting us at Happy Meat Farms. Together,
Happy Meat Farms, bro.
building
Hello?
a better future.
Cut! Let's move on.
Hey Victoria, I tried to work things out with the muse like you said, and then I'm pretty sure it like bit me or something, and now I'm like feeling really weird and craving raw meat. Could you just call me back please? I'm starting to freak out a little bit.
Gotta call him back, bro. That's what you're doing. You told him to... Yeah. Hello? Why are you waiting on her? There's nobody else you can talk to about this.
Victoria! Where have you been? I've been trying to call you all day.
Hey, sorry, I'm at work.
Okay, so, like, the muse, like, bit me, I think, and now I'm, like, craving raw meat, and...
Yeah, I know, I got your messages. Just calm down. This is a good thing.
How is this a good thing?
It means it's almost over.
What?
Okay, here's what I need you to do.
Not gonna tell us? Okay, cliffhanger. Nice.
When I rewatched all the episodes with the Flying Dutchman, I noticed something strange. In the Season 7 episode, The Curse of Bikini Bottom, the Dutchman gets a girlfriend, but starts to freak out when she wants to get married.
She wants to marry me! I ain't the marrying type.
But the Dutchman not being the marrying type isn't entirely true. Back in Season 3 during Ghost Host, we see that the Dutchman was once married.
Is that a wedding ring?
Oh, this shows nothing.
Alright, but so what? You know, this just seems like a small continuity error between seasons. No surprise for SpongeBob. But in the Season 6 special, SpongeBob vs. the Big One, there's an even stranger moment like this. The Flying Dutchman bumps into Mr. Krabs and says this to him.
Ah! It's a Flying Dutchman! Ah! It's some guy I've never seen before!
He says he's never met Mr. Krabs before, but there are 2 whole episodes from previous seasons dedicated to the Dutchman trying to steal Mr. Krabs' soul for being too greedy. They're even on a first-name basis.
I thought he was being sarcastic.
Eugene Krabs! It's some guy I've never seen before!
Alright, so another weird inconsistency with the Dutchman, but I'm still not convinced that it's not just lazy writing. But back in The Curse of Bikini Bottom, there's a moment that cannot be written off as another continuity error. SpongeBob and Patrick accidentally shave off the Dutchman's beard, and the Dutchman claims the beard won't grow back for another 1,000 years.
Your beard will just grow back.
You know nothing of my facial hair. It'll take 1,000 years for my beard to grow back.
But by the end of the episode, we cut to several months later, and his beard is back.
The curse will wear off when my beard grows back.
Several months later.
She wants to marry me!
It's not like this is just some plot point they forgot about between episodes. This several months later is in the same episode where the Dutchman says the beard takes 1,000 years to grow back.
So do you think it's 1,000 years later?
Years for my beard to grow back.
Several months later.
Why the fuck would they include this line if they were just gonna contradict it a few minutes later in the same goddamn episode? They even blatantly mention that it's several months later twice, as if they're trying to make you realize how inconsistent it is.
Several months later.
Well, here we are several months later.
So, what does any of this mean? Why are the writers of SpongeBob intentionally making the Flying Dutchman as inconsistent as possible? Well, the only way that this makes sense to me is if we're seeing the Flying Dutchman non-chronologically. And by that I mean, the Flying Dutchman is time traveling. Just bear with me for a second. For SpongeBob, only several months have passed, but for the Dutchman, it actually was 1,000 years later. The Dutchman didn't recognize Mr. Krabs in Season 6 because for him, this is the first time they've met. And from his perspective, the episodes where he tries to take Mr. Krabs' soul haven't happened yet. The Dutchman's not the marrying type in Season 7, but he probably actually does end up getting married to the giant monster, and that's why we see him with a ring in Season 4, because the past is the future for the Flying Dutchman. Whoa. Okay, let's calm down for a second there, Alex. This time travel idea does fix a lot of problems with the Dutchman's continuity, but claiming a character has time travel powers is a major leap. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Flying Dutchman is a very powerful ghost. He can teleport, he can shapeshift, he can grant wishes, but we've never seen him manipulate time.
You get 3 wishes.
Wishes? I wish we had known that earlier.
Okay, you got 2 wishes left.
Huh. Okay, so the Dutchman's time traveling. And you know what this means?
He literally did
just do it. The Flying Dutchman could absolutely be the ghost of Patchy the Pirate, and I'm gonna prove it.
Alright, we back to this. See, my boy, what do you got? What do you got?
Oh, hey Alex. What's up?
Hey Wes, sorry for just barging in on you like this. I was actually wondering maybe if you want to watch my new SpongeBob theory, maybe give me some feedback.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. I love those videos. Come on in, man.
How's the film thing going?
Oh, you know, funding's a nightmare.
Sure you figured it out. So just give it a watch, tell me what you think. And is it cool if I use your bathroom?
Going to your friend's crib to play them your video is kind of different.
I guess enjoy.
That's a really good friend.
So this time, instead of ending with the big twist, I'm just going to open it. The Flying Dutchman is the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. This is a claim that makes
What are you doing? He the mischievous one. Get your ass back in there. What you doing, bro? Now, is this gonna be one of them scenes where his friend pop up, be like, "What are you doing here?" Bro, what are you? Is he about to transform? Bro, hello? Why does he keep doing that?
So, if Patchy the Pirate eventually becomes the Flying Dutchman, that means at some point in the future, Patchy is going to die. Except, here's the thing. I think Patchy is already dead in present day, and we have already seen his death on screen. Remember that Christmas special I told you would be important later on? It's the season 13 episode SpongeBob's Road to Christmas, and as of recording this, it's the latest episode in the SpongeBob timeline. SpongeBob does meet Patchy in this episode, but for some reason, he's fully animated instead of using the usual live-action style.
Ahoy, SpongeBob and Patrick! It's me, Patchy the Pirate!
It honestly feels kind of creepy for some reason, especially since the creators themselves said that Patchy can never meet SpongeBob.
Well, they can never meet, right?
Well, yeah, they can never meet.
Is it possible that this isn't the real Patchy? Well, the last time we saw live-action Patchy was in SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, and that episode ended with him being fired out of a cannon and crashing into an island. immediately after that, Patchy's severed head shows up and meets SpongeBob. But I already explained how this is clearly just another hallucination, and he's probably just gonna wake up on the island disappointed that he didn't actually meet SpongeBob like every other time. But what if this is something more than just a simple dream that he can wake up from? I mean, the last shot we saw of the real Patchy was him and Potty face down in the sand, struggling to get out. What if they didn't? And this is what Patchy is hallucinating as he dies. During this hallucination, he begins singing the show's theme song with SpongeBob to wrap up.
Nah, that is crazy.
Who's having a birthday under
Nobody thinks about SpongeBob this deep, bro. Oh my god.
But as they're singing, we briefly cut to this horrifying shot
What?
of Patchy's body with Potty's head lying on the island, violently convulsing in pain. It happened so quick that I didn't even process it the first time. But goddamn, that is some terrifying imagery for a kids show. Why the fuck did they show this? Is this some kind of PG symbolic way to show Patchy and Potty suffocating to death in the sand? Holy shit! Okay, so let's say Patchy and Potty, the hosts of the SpongeBob SquarePants television show, are dead. What happens now? Well, the show must go on. The SpongeBob SquarePants television show has to continue without him, but they need a new host to replace Patchy. Except, are they really gonna tell their young audience that their beloved Patchy the Pirate and Potty the Parrot are dead? No, they're gonna replace them with animated actors.
And they're using actors.
Hey, that's showbiz for you. But what happened to the real Patchy after he died? Well, he became a ghost and could finally meet his idol SpongeBob, except when he goes to Bikini Bottom, what would he see? SpongeBob and all of his friends partying without him.
Okay.
Patchy dedicated his entire life to SpongeBob.
Those aren't his friends,
He even
though.
died for him, and SpongeBob never even knew Patchy existed. And that resentment that's been building up inside of Patchy for all of these years finally explodes. And this is how Patchy the Pirate becomes the Flying Dutchman. Patchy is done pretending to be a pirate and dressing up in his fake costumes. He gets a new look, a new identity, and now he can finally live out the fantasy of being a real pirate.
Okay.
Remember that board game that they said was based on a real map from the Flying Dutchman?
Based on a real treasure map.
We never really did see the map that it was based on, or did we? Remember when Patchy was looking for the Lost SpongeBob episode? He used this map to find it. Now, at first I thought these two maps didn't look all that similar, but the more I looked at it, the more my mind was blown. Same red X in the middle, you got the compass, the palm trees, a turtle, a fish, but most importantly, they both have the forked tree.
Half a league to the forked tree.
Look for the deacon's goose
Bro,
through
man's
the
been
fork in
following,
the old
bro.
tree.
That is a very specific detail. You would not just see that on any random map. The Flying Dutchman based his map off of the one from his past. So, he's become the Flying Dutchman now, and his main target for haunting is, of course, the one who ignored him his entire life, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Makes sense.
How did Patchy become such a powerful ghost who can even manipulate time itself? Well, there's actually an episode in season 12 called The Ghost of Plankton that gives us a pretty clear understanding of how ghost powers work. It basically just takes time and effort to grow your powers. Patchy's already given
I've never seen that
SpongeBob
episode
20
before.
years of dedication, might as well go a little further with it as the Dutchman. Patchy travels back in time to visit all of his favorite, most cherished SpongeBob episodes, including his favorite episode, Shanghai.
We're gonna see me favorite show, Shanghai.
Except now, he's not just watching the episode. He's the one in control, and he's gonna make SpongeBob pay for everything he's done. And he's gonna make him pay over and over and over.
But he's not even really that
But
bad.
then
He don't
we get to
do
the
too
episode,
much.
Ghost Host. Patchy initially moves in with SpongeBob to torture him, but as much as he tries to deny it, deep down, he's still that devoted fanboy who just wants SpongeBob to be his friend.
Right.
As much as he wants to pretend to be the Dutchman, deep down, Patchy is still here. And that is why, if you go to the Krusty Krab after closing,
Patchy
and
was
you
here?
go out the back to the dumpster, you can still read the words, Patchy was here.
So why does he just tell SpongeBob he's
certainly
Patchy?
was. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory. Thank you very much. Oh shit, what about Potty? He died with Patchy too, right? What the hell happened to him? I can figure this out. Just give me a second. Let me just quickly rewatch every single episode of SpongeBob. Gotta watch the spin-offs too.
Spin-off?
The motherfucker ate him!
I wonder what parrot tastes like.
That is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory, baby! I am done! Woo! See ya! thank you again so much for watching.
He did say he wanted to eat it.
Especially tough one to figure out, but I think it all came together in the end. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. I have been your host, the SpongeBob Guy, and I will see you next time.
Here we go.
Hey, Alex. I finished the theory.
It should not take 30 minutes to boo-boo. You should already know, bro.
Okay in there?
You should already know. 911, I'm out of there. Now, where is he? Now, that's when it get weird. I would have left the crib. I don't care if that's my best friend or not. That's strange behavior, bro. See, look at him standing against the wall. Bro, that's your chance to run. You already had your chance.
Oh. Hi, Wesley.
What are you doing down here?
Sorry. I must have got lost.
That's okay. I finished the video.
What'd you think?
It was good. Hey, is everything okay?
Is everything okay? Why wouldn't everything be okay?
I mean, come on, dude. You're acting weird.
You know, you're right. I have been feeling weird lately. Wesley, I have a confession to make. I didn't.
What's he about to do?
Show you a video.
Well, why are you here?
To help you.
With what? With SpongeBob?
Oh, you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Better give that boy some carbohydrates.
Hey, sorry about all of that. I think I'm coming down with something.
It's alright, man. I'll clean it up. But you should probably go, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get out my crib.
Go.
Yeah.
Sorry again.
How are you feeling?
Like my stomach just got pumped.
You'll feel better soon.
Them swigs of water is crazy.
I don't know how to feel about what I did.
I get it, but you did the right thing.
What did he do?
And soon you won't have to worry about your muse at all.
Bro, it's like there's something in my eye, bro.
I like the haircut, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, long hair just didn't really feel like me.
Thanks again for, you know, talking me through all this. Glad I don't have to deal with it on my own anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I get how weird it all is.
See you.
How do y'all just casually have octopuses living in y'all crib? Is she one? What if it stabs you and you become one?
You must have given someone else a muse too, right? Did you give me my muse?
You needed help. It worked, didn't it?
Good night, Victoria.
I'm so confused at this plotline right now.
Well done.
Yeah, I knew it. She's being controlled. the SpongeBob guy. Is that it? Hope you guys enjoyed that video right there. That was a long one. Yo, that theory wasn't too crazy. I can't believe bro died on screen, bro. SpongeBob, a lot of these shows be strange. A lot of them. Hey, shout out my boy, bro. He been going crazy, doing his thing. Shout out everybody who's in the premiere, because it definitely did just come out. I just seen it. Figure I'd pop it up, watch it. I was gonna watch it anyways. Yeah, but this is definitely good. Let me know if you guys want me to check out the other ones. And yeah, bro. Make sure you guys stay cozy. I'll see y'all next one, bro. Peace out.